The Tower of Babel, a civilization's rebellion and God's judgment. The most gracious, the most merciful asterisk. Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. Genesis 11:4. The world after Noah's flood, a new beginning. The Lord had cleansed the earth of wickedness through the flood of Noah. Only prophet Noah, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives survived in the ark. Now their descendants were spreading across the earth. God's clear command was, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." Genesis 9:1. Yet humanity remained stubborn in rebellion. Instead of scattering across the earth to obey God's decree, they chose to stay together. Journeying eastward, they settled in a vast plain called Shinar, later known as Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, this fertile land was ideal for making mud bricks and construction. Nimrod, the rise of a rebel leader. A powerful ruler emerged among them, Nimrod. He was a descendant of Ham, one of Noah's sons. The Bible portrays him as a fearsome figure. Cush begot Nimrod. He was a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Genesis 10:8-10. Jewish traditions and ancient scholars, like Josephus, depict Nimrod as a symbol of human power defying God He established a great empire centered in Shinar, rallying people with this message. We bow to no heavenly command. We will live by our will, build a tower of our greatness. If another flood comes, we'll seek refuge atop this tower. This was a direct mockery of God's covenant, Genesis 9:11, promising never to destroy the earth again by flood. Building the tower, the frenzy of human glory. The people of Shinar were brilliant architects. They pioneered new technology. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They had brick for stone and asphalt for mortar. Genesis 11:3. They molded river clay into bricks, hardened them in kilns, and used natural bitumen tar-like substance as mortar. Their plan, a city with a tower so high it would reach the heavens. This was no mere architectural feat. It was driven by deep rebellion. 1. Make a name for ourselves, craving fame, immortality, and legacy. 2. Lest we be scattered, defying God's command to spread across the earth. 3. Reach the heavens, attempting to invade God's domain and rival his authority. Thousands of laborers, engineers, and masons worked day and night. This was no temple, it was an idol to human pride ***. Every brick bore the stamp of arrogance. The people boasted, "We are one people speaking one language, nothing is impossible for us." God's intervention, the revolution of tongues. But the Lord saw their hearts. Their unity, meant to be a blessing, had become a weapon of rebellion. He declared, "Indeed, the people are one and they all have one language. Now nothing they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they may not understand one another." Genesis 11:6-7. In an instant, every person's tongue changed. Words that were clear moments earlier became strange and foreign. At the tower's base, an engineer yelled, "Send up stones." Workers heard, "Fools, throw down the mortar." At the top, pull the rope, sounded like jump down. Nimrod's commands, keep working, was heard as "You are slaves, flee." Chaos erupted, suspicion and anger spread. The United Nations shattered, construction halted. The site was named Babel Hebrew, Babel confusion. Scattering across the earth. After the language revolution, people clustered with those who spoke their new tongue. Each group migrated to distant corners of the earth. Thus, God's original command, fill the earth, was fulfilled but as a consequence of rebellion. Nations, these language groups evolved into distinct cultures, ethnicities, and civilizations. Archaeological witness, ancient Mesopotamian ziggurats, stepped temples like Enki, Babylon, and Ziggurat likely echo Babel's legacy. Linguistic diversity. Today's 7,000-plus languages trace back to this event. Eternal lessons from Babel. This is not just a story of language origins. It reveals timeless truths about human nature, God's sovereignty and rebellion's cost. 1. The ruin of human pride, asterisk the quest to make a name apart from God leads to ruin. The tower, a monument to human glory, stood unfinished. 2. Unity's true purpose, asterisk unity is a blessing, but when weaponized against God it brings destruction. True unity flourishes in serving Him. 3. God's sovereignty, no human power can override divine authority. His wisdom always prevails. 4. Obedience matters. Disobedience, staying in Shinar, brought judgment. Noah's family was saved by obedience. Babel fell by defiance. 5. Mercy and judgment. Asterisk God didn't destroy them. He scattered them to prevent greater evil. Confusion was grace in disguise. Babel's tower in our modern age. Today, technology, internet, AI has united us like never before. Babel's questions echo anew. Are we building digital towers to make a name and declare independence from God? Is our unity and progress rooted in obedience to God or human arrogance? Are we fulfilling God's command to spread His truth to the ends of the earth, Matthew 28:19, or fortifying earthly empires? The conclusion. Babel reminds us, true greatness lies in humility, obedience, and centering God's will. When God is our focus, unity becomes a blessing. Psalm 133:1. When self is our focus, our towers, like Babel's, become monuments of confusion. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Proverbs 9:10. Babel's ruins stand as eternal proof. Human wisdom without God fails. May we seek His wisdom and walk in reverence. Amen.